Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Derek. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. At the end of the last episode, if you remember, I did ask you guys a question of where we should take this next series. If you wanted me to try some DLC, fix up some new cars, or restore an old project car from a pile of junk to the fastest car on the market, to see how much profit we can make on flipping an old car that we find here in the junkyard. And as you probably saw in the thumbnail, maybe even the title of this video, I decided to do both. So I downloaded the Supercars DLC, at least I think it was the Supercar DLC, and we are going to fix up, hopefully, an old shell of a hot rod to a brand new automobile. I think this is one of them. Nope, completely wrong. So I haven't been here yet looking for oh, there we go. Here we go. Is this the first one that we see? The diamond in the rough? Surrounded by like old gas cans and propane tanks and whatever it is. What do we got here? Smith & Parker Roadster. Look at this. Old and busted, new hotness. As you can see, DLC car from 1980. What is this baby worth? $6,800. We can see already the body's a little bit worn. Everything else is a mystery. We could go like check it, but I don't really want to do that. I thought we could like haggle on the price. I don't think I have that ability unlocked yet. But let's go ahead and get this thing bought. Buy the car, $6,800. Smith & Parker Roadster. Let's do it. Here she is outside on blocks. We're going to have to completely strip everything out of it, sell it all. I don't care what condition it is. We're going to buy everything new, complete restoration, top to bottom, full body, interior, exterior, parts. Everything is gone. So let's go ahead and strip everything off of this car that we can access, that we can sell. It's a weird place for a car battery. Interior parts, we are going to disassemble the steering wheel. Looks like that's all we can do. Can we take the trunk off? Or we can take the rear bumper. Jeez, this is like a whole thing trying to figure out what we can take and can't take. Okay, so I think that's it. So I had a few extra things in my inventory that I ended up selling, but this is what we've got off the car so far. Two things on the body and the steering wheel. I don't think we can repair them, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of them. We're going to figure out what we need as we go through this. So right off the bat, I think I'm going to... We're going to have to weld this thing, right? 1,300 bucks. Clean all the rust. Now I think we hit it in the car wash. What do you think? Get this thing nice and shiny. Do you want to wash this car? Yes, we do. Before we put all brand new parts on it, let's make sure it's clean, all the dust. I didn't even know it was black, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It is scuffed a little bit. Could we... That's clean? That's alright. Well, that's enough for now. We'll move it back to the garage. Look at that. A couple of brand new body modifications, and this car is looking good as new already. So it's time to go under the carriage. I think we're gonna leave the engine for last. If I go and disassemble everything under here, it's gonna need a lot of work. So I think we just start taking everything off. Like I said, I don't want to fix anything or repair anything. I'm probably might save us a little bit of money by doing that. But we're gonna, this is, like I said, this is complete restoration, front to back, top to bottom. We're gonna get this baby all new, brand new parts. So I'm sure you know this watching a couple of these episodes already, but I don't really know the first thing about cars, let alone these old classic cars. So when it comes to rebuilding this thing, I'm not really sure what parts we're gonna need and what parts we're not. So I might have to go through and just buy the parts piece by piece. I've never actually looked at the back of a caliper before. I don't think it really matters, though. Anyway, what was I saying? I think I'm just going to go have to buy everything piece by piece to find out what we need. Well, the wheel hubcap is blocking us, and then the bearing. In order to put everything back together. I guess I can go through my inventory and just buy everything I think I need first. And then go from there. So now the whole front of the car is done. We just need the rear of the car, and then after this is the engine. See, like, I know just by playing the game, like, this is missing its U-bolts, I think, isn't it? If I go to assemble mode. Oh, I guess not. I guess this car doesn't have U-bolts. See, that's something I didn't know. You know, I have to take off the brake drum cylinder. I did make that mistake in the very first car that we couldn't afford to keep. Never forget. I bought 4 sets of brake hubs and stuff like that, and I only needed 2 sets because the rear brakes were a completely different make and model. Completely different setup in the rear. And I did not know that. No, see, look, I was right. This one has leaf spring U-bolts. So I think that's it. The whole car is basically a shell at this point. Are we able to take out the engine? Move this to bay 1. It would make my life so much easier. Pull the engine out of the car. To use the crane, you must first remove the gearbox. Fully left the gearbox in. That's on me. That one's on me. And I knew that too. Do we have to remove the exhaust? I don't think so. It's not connected to anything. Alright, now we should be fine. So we were able to pull the engine out. I got it on the engine stand here. I'm just thinking to myself, it might actually be easier to build a whole new engine. What do you think? We'll take it off the stand. We'll check the inventory. What is it? V8 2 carb OHV. I don't want to sell it yet. We create a new engine, or we could do it supercharged. I think V8 2 carb supercharged. Let's create a brand new supercharged engine. So it's obviously a blank slate right now. So if we go to switch to part mounting, this is what I mean. We're going to need an ignition coil, engine block. We're going to have to buy this thing piece by piece. So the engine block, $2,500. Hopefully we have enough money to actually, because I don't want to sell another project car. That was rough. Ignition coil B. What do we need here? We need an alternator, oil filter, crankshaft, camshaft, power steering pump. Fuel filter will be first. Then we got the power steering pump. I think I said this in the last episode. Something about this game, dude, is just so fun. Calming, soothing, working on engines. I'm sure if you really love your craft, working on engines in real life might be like super easy. Maybe not easy, but it comes naturally to you, I think is what I'm trying to say. But in this kind of game sense, did I put the camshaft in? I did. I must have. I think I did. My next round of parts would be the gear, or the cam gear, the ignition distributor, 8 piston concords, and a partridge in a pear tree, and a flywheel. The worst part of the engine we build is probably the pistons, because piston rings. I didn't buy the piston rings. Anyway, what I was saying is the worst part of this engine is the piston. Actually, to be fair, it'd be the crankshaft. But right now it's the pistons because we need to put all the rod caps back on and the brackets. So if I rotate this, it's fine. We'll just walk around to this side, I guess. We need, how many? 8 rod caps, right? 1, 2, and then 2 of these. Oh, 3 of these, actually. Okay, so we're done with the underside of the engine. We got the oil pan on, all the rod caps. Everything like that's on. We Put on the timing cover. I think with this comes serpentine belts, idle roller A's, all kinds of stuff like that. Water pump, crankshaft pulleys. So we got the clutch completely redone, the flywheel, the clutch pressure plate, and the release bearing. We get the exhaust manifolds on here as well. Get 2 of these bad boys screwed on, and I think we'll do the spark plugs next, just because I always kind of forget about those, and I always forget where they are. Pressing all kinds of wrong buttons. Alright, I don't think we need ignition caps for these, just because of where they are, but we might need the wires. I don't remember exactly how these things hook up. Okay, so maybe not yet, but we do have the supercharged intake manifold that we can put on. Then after that, we have 16 little pins that we can put on. We'll put this on in a second. But if you can see, with the lighting, the valve push rods. We have to install all these, and then the hammer, or sorry, the rocker arm. 16 of those as well. And they each have their own little screw. So get the distributor cap on, and I think, there we go, the ignition wires will go on after that. $95, that's not bad. We can put the supercharger on it, finally. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of avoiding the rocker arms. I know we'll have to put them on eventually, I just don't want to do it right now. Do you remember when cars had carburetors? I don't even know if they make carburetors anymore. It's been... I might sound like a real idiot here, but... I don't even think my car has a carburetor, and it's from 2001. Oh, the air scoop. Alright, let's get the air scoop done, and then I think we'll be done the top part of the engine. Look at that. Let's back out of it for a second. I know it's not completed yet, but it looks incredible. I think we have to install the pulley before we can install all the belts or anything. So we got a belt B, another serpentine belt, get rid of these so I don't have to buy the same thing twice. Supercharged belts. Do we need a belt tensioner arm for this? We don't, but we do need a radiator fan. Old school, going old school with it. I guess this is a pretty old car, so I don't really know what I expected. The final rocker arm finally going in, and we can install the head covers. Wasn't as bad as I'm making it out to be. It is pretty time consuming though, I will say. So we need an A and a B cover because one has the oil, the actual intake for the oil, and the other one is just a solid block. I don't know, I think this might be the last couple of pieces for the engine, which is quite exciting honestly, and then I think we just have the whole underneath the car to do after that. Because that's a full engine. That's a full engine if I've ever seen one. We're gonna put it on the stand and install it in the car. There we go. Now I think we're safe to get rid of... I bought 2 of these by accident. I think we're safe to get rid of the old, broken up, shitty engine. New hearts, swap the engine. Let's go ahead and put this back. Get all of our fluids in here, fluid containers, holders, whatever you want to call them. Throw the radiator in there. Where's the battery? The battery's back here. Can we access the battery yet? Let me buy a new battery. I think we can just throw this in, right? It's under the seat or something. Oh, and the fuse box. Oh yeah, let me get rid of this fuse box. 17%. Get out of here. Let me get a new fuse box base. That almost went unnoticed. Going through my final check and have one thing not at 100%, and it's a fuse box case. I would have been so mad. So the cover on there, do you need 4 different clips? No? Good. Let's see, what order do we want to do this in? Do we want to do... We'll do the whole front part last, but I think we do the exhaust part next, and then the rear of the car. Well, this has a dual exhaust. So 2 rear mufflers, 2 middle mufflers. 2 pipes, and a gearbox. We'll throw the starter on here too. Oh, it's nice that we don't have to screw any of the exhaust parts. That's probably not true to real life, if you really think about it. Okay, I think we're ready to rebuild the whole ass end of this car. Solid control arm, the rear bushings. I will need to buy more of those, but for now, we got it. We got it. So real quick, I just want to thank everybody for watching and subscribing. We're almost at 900. I think at the time this is going to go up. At the time of recording, we're at 849 subscribers, which is crazy. I hope I'm not going to count my chickens before we hatch here, but I'm pretty confident by the time I upload this, we'll hit 850. So I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone. What? Did I not buy those? A huge thank you to everybody who likes, comments, shares, everything to interact with the video. It really helps. Really helps a lot, and I really appreciate every last one of you. And I hope you know that. That's all. I said my piece. I appreciate y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. Alright, now that we got the rear on, we could finally get this drive shaft in place. It didn't actually come with one, so we couldn't have even fixed it if we wanted it to. I'm so curious to see how much this car is going to sell for when we're done. I don't want to check yet. I don't want to ruin the surprise. Put the brake shoe on, and then I think after that it'll be the brake drum. I did buy the drums. Now we're ready for the tires, which I haven't bought yet, so we'll come back to that. The last shock absorber on. Put this side of the tires on. I think I'm going to put the tires on last, because if I put the back 2 on now, I can't put the front 2 on yet until all those components are complete. And I kind of want to do it all together, just like one piece at a time. The engine's done, the underside, the back, and now we're going to do the whole front suspension system. Keep it one congruent piece. So now we can go back to the top. I didn't put the leaf springs on. Leaf spring plate, my mistake. Okay, now I think we're done. We can get rid of everything that was part of the rear of the car and buy everything that we need for the front. So that's the shoes. Front knuckle. This is everything we need. One thing I did forget to do is take this spring apart. I can't buy a whole completed spring set, so I have to take it apart and buy each piece separately. So I need 2 caps, 2 springs, 2 double wishbones. I also, when I was putting the body back together, I forgot to put on the trunk. We also need the license plates for the rear and the front. Nope, just kidding. Just the rear. Alright, taillights are in. What about the headlights? We put those in already, right? That should be fine. There's no rear windshield that I need to worry about. I go back to fixing the underside of the car now without interruption. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Okay, I think we're ready this time to start installing everything. I think we bought everything we needed. I don't think I forgot anything. But we're not gonna know until we're not gonna know until we come across it, so. I also think I bought too many of the bearings. I thought I was buying bushings, so I bought like 12 bearings. So it was a little bit of a waste of money. But we should be fine. I think we're going to make a pretty good profit on this car, if I'm being honest. I don't need to buy anything else parts-wise. I'm going to paint it, though. Make sure everything's aligned. Take it to the alignment center. Maybe even the test track. Have a little bit of fun with it before we sell it, but hopefully we don't completely destroy it. Pre-assembled the springs, the shocks. save us a little bit of time. Oh, the bearing, that's why we can't put the wheel on yet. There we go. There we go, that side's done. Come back and do the front bushing on this side. I think we missed it over here as well. Do more in the back. I do think we bought enough bushings. I wasn't sure. I think I bought 12. I was just at a rough count. Alright, I think we're ready for the tires. Now I have them in my inventory, right? I think I saved... If I go like this, for the rims, we can add those, and the tires. Vintage tire wall. See, if I go to buy these now, obviously we can buy the rims, 35, rim 35. For these bad boys. And for the tires, vintage 165, 65, 14. 165, 65, 14. 65, 65, 14. There we go. Don't change on me again. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now we go to one of my favorite parts is the tire changer. And I don't want that. I want this one. I don't know why. This is so good. Putting the tire on the rim and then putting it on the balancer. So good. My favorite minigame. So simple. Just spin the tire. Add the weights. Actually, we're going to take this off, put this one on, and balance this tire at the same time. Peak efficiency. Last tire. Second last tire. I think we just... One more time. On the balancer. What if we get that wrong? I wonder. What happens? We wreck the tire? We can't forget to do the interior as well. Rip all 4 of these tires on real quick. And I'm going to go through and sell my entire inventory. And I don't need or want to keep any of that old stuff. Alright, the tires look good. I think that's everything. Mechanically, anyway. We cannot forget about the interior. I need seats. How do we do that? There might be different styles that I'm not exploring the shops all that well, and I don't know how much customization there is for the DLC and whatnot, but I'm just basically clicking on the first thing I see and calling it good. We are just about ready to fire this thing up for the first time. I hope anyway. I'm going to check all the diagnostics and stuff like that first. It's just to see if I'm missing anything, but I don't think we would be. Well, that's not a good sign. We just tried to run a few tests on the newly built car, and it says the engine needs to be complete to perform this action. So you tell me what I forgot. I don't see anything. Is it like a clip that we're missing? Look, it absolutely is. If this, for real, is what was stopping me from running that test, well, I'm actually going to be super happy because it means I didn't miss anything else. Can I just... Please, please, please? I can't even zoom in anymore. This is as close as I can get. Thank you. Alright, how about now? That was it. Just a couple of clips. And it wouldn't let me run the engine. Unbelievable, dude. We got hundreds across the boards for every part of the engine. That's not surprising, considering we just rebuilt the entire engine. So now I think it's time to move this baby to the paint shop. So what are we thinking? The current color, factory color. A matte chameleon would be cool. Chrome is a bit much. Matte's no fun. I think we do an orange. Well, no, we did the last car with an orange gloss. What do you think? Actually, hold on. Before we paint this car, we do have $67,000 left over. I think I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the paint shop. Adds advanced color palette and paint types to your paint shop. And then the next one Adds custom color mixing and liveries to your paint shop. We might as well, right? Okay. We have a lot more colors. Now we can do pearl, metallic. I don't think we could have done that before, right? This color's kind of nice. What do we think? Classic red? Hot rod red? Should we do a darker, like a crimson? I don't know about any of these other ones. I do like the purple. It reminds me of like Saints Row. It would have to be this one though, right? Oh, we should have painted the engine parts too. I don't think about this in the moment. I wish we could fix this. I think I'm gonna do purple in the chameleon. We're gonna do it. 1,000 credits, paint the car purple. Now, car's all painted and pretty. I don't know what I just did. I pressed the wrong button. I want to move it to, I don't have the dyno center, not to the parking, to the test path. Let me take it to the car wash one more time. We got to detail this thing. I didn't detail the interior last time. I think that cleans off this bit too. Looking spiffy. Alright, here we are to the test track. I don't think I showed this off last time we were here. I don't know if I had it, honestly. I don't remember. So we're moving on to the test path. I just want to we're gonna clear these tests. I just kind of want to show you off. So you hit the throttle. Moves the car forward, locked into place. Now we hit the brakes to check the brakes. Those are good. Hit the throttle. Check the rear brakes. Those should be good. Now we're checking the suspension, which shakes the entire car. It's a little ridiculous, dude. This interior is so extra. Look at the glove box. It's just like a leather bag. That's so cool. So cool. Yeah, so hundreds across the board. We knew that. Let me go ahead and test the wheels. All you gotta do is move it to the center, lock that in. This one was only a little out of whack. That one's good. That's what they charge you $200 at the dealership for. Simple wheel alignment, headlight alignment. There we go. What looks better? This one? This one? I think that one's fine. Headlights are aligned. Wheels are aligned. The whole car is aligned. Ran great on the test track. Can't do anything else with it. So let's go. And of course, the best part of rebuilding any old car is the speed test. Can we beat our top speed in our old car of 100? Was it 173? I think something like that sounds right. So we're gonna go ahead and test this one. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think the top speed will be? It will crack 200? Let's find out. Dude, this thing looks like a toy car. I don't think we can handle it very well. It's not great at handling. It doesn't go in a straight line very well. 200, baby. Can we hit it? Let's go. 202, baby. Let's spin out. Oh boy. Too excited. Alright, so we did get a little bit excited there at the end. We don't want to crash the car before we can sell it. Speaking of selling it, time to see the final estimate. What do you guys think it'll be worth? I'm hoping 75,000. What do you think? Moment of truth. 68. Okay, not bad, not terrible. We did make a $61,000 profit. Almost 70 grand. That's not bad. Performance parts, we didn't put any in. Because again, I just never think about it. Condition bonus, $15,000. Buy price. Got it at a steal. Put a lot into it. Let's go ahead and sell this bad boy. Now I think we started the episode with $95,000 and we ended with 120. Renovate and sell one car. We nailed it. Knocked it out of the park. Couldn't be happier. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like, subscribe for more content like this. And if you want to support the channel, link to become a member in the description down below. Let me know if you want to see more of this. I'm kind of at a loss. I don't really know where else to go from here. This might be the last time you see Car Mechanics Simulator 2021. I hope you enjoyed the series. I really had fun playing with it. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. I'll see you later. Don't do anything stupid while I'm gone.